All right, we ride into the Saturday. What do I want to do? I don't know if we even had much set up, except for we need to check out Mr. Ivan Neo, who's streaming today. So we're checking this. We're checking this guy out when this comes. We might want to do the Twitch search. Search title. How about search tags? What are our tags? This is a good question. Here we go. We've got get cred when you share a viral clip. Okay. We've got, I mean, we could always do philosophy, but does anyone do self-help? Is this even like a topic? Did that search for anything? Exclude tags. Oh, we want to include tags. There we go. No one. Not a single soul. So, what would be the education? What's going on with education right now? Yo, embrace primalism. What's good? I have considered it, and I think I'm going to pass. But I do appreciate, the concern for my lost soul. Yeah, I just have too much going on right now. I mean, it does seem like an interesting facet of the I don't know, educational space. However, I need to lock in. We got to keep doing the stuff we've been doing. There's so much to do. We've got parts 2 and 3 to make. I guess I could do that right now. Actually, that might be fun to do while I wait. Though I did want to just kind of see what are people doing on Twitch right now. We got chess education. So this is a bunch of stuff. Oh, can we gank entertainment? That's fun. Right on. Hell yeah. What do we got? Varieties education actually likes video games. Probably cursed. Wonderful. We should just do a tags rewards. English, artist, hardcore gamer, clown, comedy, tragedy, news, business, education. All right, so everyone's kind of doing gaming here. Oh, we got an ASMR education. That's interesting. That is it. Is this all the education streams right now? What is happening right now? Okay, so let's go psychology. Is anyone doing psychology streams? We do. We have English, just chatting, gaming, psychology. Okay. I guess we can't get a stream there. None of these are going to work. Because the format's not... Okay, that makes sense. Second, we got music, video games, chatting with viewers. Nice. Emotional intelligence. Wonderful. Mental health. We've got welcoming atmosphere. That's nice. Chill vibes. So I think the tags... I know the tags are nice for just like having it here. Yeah, that is actually pretty nice. This is pretty advertised. Like this is like front and center what you see. So maybe we do want to have tags that people wouldn't be searching for. So some of these tags, it's like let's get people that are searching for a specific topic, such as yo, Onion Hum, what's good? What is poppin'? I'm checking out this Twitch search thing that I think Darmadom gave me. Super sweet bot. We got Pomodoro. That's really interesting. I wonder if they follow the Pomodoro technique, like while focus study with. Okay, yeah, nice. Grad student psychology. We got Metroidvania. Oh, we got Silk Song. This is my type of Psychology, mathematics. What is happening? First playthrough. Okay. So there's nothing like that's really following what we've been trying here. The Pomodoro stuff does not work if you are not interested in what you're studying. Yeah, what is the Pomodoro technique again? Is it like a certain amount of time? Can you explain the Pomodoro technique briefly? Choose a task, set a timer for 25 minutes, work without interruptions, take a short break, repeat. So would you say that 25 minutes is too long if you're not interested? Like it would be too difficult to keep focus for that amount of time? I'm bored, ain't gonna lie. Very nice. That's the leading title of the day. Law of assumption, manifestation, imagination, spirituality, philosophy, lecture, podcast, motivation. Buddha After Dark. We got to check that out. We got horror, we got gaming, we got gaming, we got gaming. Bug VTuber, nice. Chill, PvP, gaming, philosophy, common sense. Common sense! I should put that on it. Everything that we say on this channel is common sense. It's right. Yo, Darmadon, what's good? If you're interested, even 10 minutes is long if you're not interested. Yeah. You already know we're getting rich. In spirit, not in wealth. Hey, nice. Gearbox. Yeah, I'm checking this out. So far, not many people on education. Not many people on... No one's on self-help. No one's using self-help. So maybe this... I don't know if this is... I mean, I guess it's still nice for someone to see this. I mean, it is kind of what we do here. We could probably gut one of these. Educational. It's probably redundant. But what are people searching for? That's a good question. All right, once I'm through this one, I'm going to search education and then educational and see what we got more of. Terrence McKenna. Smorgasbord of ideas. All right, let's check that out. Don't waste my time. I won't, don't worry. English charity. Hey. Nice. Talks to chat. Should I get a talks to chat? Apparently, because that's not a common, or at least that's not always the case. I find it hard to learn when the thing I'm learning isn't of interest. When you are interested in what you are learning, it not literally flows. You also keep going back to stuff, so it's natural. Yeah, we gotta figure out learning. Onion Helmet. I mean, that's coming up. Part 2 stuff. We gotta figure out how to learn. Should do a multi-search. Self-help you could find someone randomly at another time. Right. Yeah. Does this only search for people that are live? Sort by least viewers. Oh, we should just check out popular tags and then just gobble them up. Is that Kenny? I always see him in the philosophy tag. Is there a Kenny here? Kenny. English studying philosophy, Hegel. Let's check that one out. Philosophy randomizer. Christian co-op, ADHD, Doge, English variety. Okay. Politics, ADHD, green screen. English, life advice. 2 different words. I don't think anyone's going to search for life, but they might search for advice. Let's try advice out. All right, we need to start adding these things. We got advice, we got life advice. We've got mature content warning. We got cringe. Nice. I got rid of my cracked, right? I should get back cracked. Does anyone else have cracked? Crying tattoos talks a lot. I should do talks a lot. I talk nonstop on this thing. That's the benefit of the site. You can search 100 niche things at once. Oh, so it does it. A multi-search isn't a and operation. It's an or operation. Oh, includes all tags. This is the and operation. We can just do this. Okay, this is nice. So, and I'm guessing, yeah. All right, so talks to chat. I do want to check these one at a time also, just to see how many there are of each thing. So this is 8. Any of this? Whoa! Okay, we found the, we hit the jackpot. We've got educational, esports, educational. So yeah, I guess educational is not really, it's not really in any direction. Oh, educational road to, yeah, so this could be educational with regards to a game or something. Tropical birds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? A lot of nature sounds are educational. Arena while we AFK. Yeah. I don't know if education... We might want to do education and educational. Because educational might not imply education. I don't know. Guy with the sunglasses. Oh man, I went way too far away. In the philosophy tag. Okay. Link to site. Which site? Which site? This site? The Gearbox? / Twitch. Oh, can I do non-Twitch? What happens if I do nothing here? Oh, man. Ooh. We're working on it. Nice. This site is under construction, so they only have Twitch down. So, all right, let's check out this popular tag stuff. We got drops enabled, chill. Chill. All right, we got to do chill then. Got to check out chill. And these all have to be, no, they could be uppercase or lowercase. Are they usually all uppercase and or lowercase? Gaming, FPS, ADHD, rerun. What does the ADHD signify here? Like, what are people getting at with this ADHD tag? Let's go to our expert here. What does the ADHD tag in Twitch signify? Like, does it, custom tags, broadly speaking, here's what it signifies. As an identity tag, meaning it helps signal something about the streamer's identity, experience, or the community they appeal to. Specifically, ADHD indicates that the streamer either identifies as having it or chooses to create content that is tuned for viewers who have it. Okay. Well, I don't think I need to do that. Rerun, anime, funny. That's funny. Ranked, Warzone, horror, music. What do we got? Safe space. Oh, we should do this. Safe space. That's a good idea. Safe space. PC, gamer, cozy. I don't know if people are searching for this, but Minecraft, girl, chatty, IRL, gameplay, casual. Okay, we are not casual. We are hardcore. Oh, this keeps going. Ooh, this keeps going. Thank you, sir. I think means they have ADHD. Uh-oh, what do we got here? What's going on? Oh my gosh, we got more. We got more, Alex. It's taken me so long to edit this thing. I got Stunlock today learning about animating in DaVinci. And it was not simple. and I I didn't even accomplish what I was trying to do. So I will probably wake up tomorrow and only try to edit that video for the rest of the day. That's another thing we should do tonight is find other video essays and just kind of see the things I'm interested in are music and sound, and then how they do B-roll. So like B-roll transitions and text. That's what I'm looking for. Like how are people putting text up on the screen? I might want to keep this. This is always good to have. Don't need that. All right. So we're looking for, yeah. The issue with this is like, or with the stream filter is I really don't need to. Like I almost don't want to do a search with the OR operator, and the search with the end operator is probably not going to help too much. Oh, me and Dom can animate, right, Dom? Nah. Okay, me neither. All right. What do you want animated? I can try. So it's not like anything crazy. It's just like I don't know. When you see any of these videos, what do I have here? I've got the Sam Harris video up. What do we want? We want a like Dr. K video. I think that was a good example. So Dr. K, why you can't enjoy anything
Today,
anymore.
we're going to talk about how TikTok is not trying to entertain you. It's trying to keep you bored. And TikTok was the big pioneer behind this, but now basically all the other platforms have jumped on board. And if we want to understand why we feel bored so much,
So here we go. What is
and
boredom?
how to feel less bored, we have to understand exactly what these apps are doing to our brain. So let's start with the basics. First question is, what is...
Boom. Okay, so you just saw that. That was an animation. Like, it's nothing crazy, but like... So I can do this. That's actually quite easy. He's
Like,
not doing
from a
much at
scientific
all. Like, he's literally just having a
Start with the
text,
basics. First question
a static
is, what
text,
is
you know, pop up here. So that's nothing crazy. But what is crazy is probably...
in your life? Check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental
Well, that's
Health.
obviously
And if you kind of
crazy.
tunnel down, okay, why aren't you motivated? And they're like, well, they're
So
It's
this
very
is all he
simple.
does.
The
He just
more
gets...
bored you are
He does a zoom in.
today, the
Oh, I should do zoom ins. Is that something? I didn't even consider that. Zoom in. When I say Alex O'Connor is wrong, it should just zoom in. Zoom ins. All right, what's going on here? Mild animation. I'm not sure I'm sure those dudes use presets and do it easily. Yeah, so the issue I was having, I could actually just show this. I was editing on my laptop, but so we're not actually going to be able to see what I was doing here. Unfortunately, I don't have like the cloud service. Also, we got to keep an eye on this clock here. We've got 9 minutes until our boy is on. Ivan. We're skipping that. Let's get some test animation. So we don't need this to be large. So for example, if I add in, oh, I'm gonna need something, right? Actually, maybe I can just add in effects. And I do want this to be larger, so I can at least see what's going on here. We want, oh, what do we want? Where are the text effects? Can I not add that in until I actually add? Oh no, it's got to be in here. All right, here we go. Texts. We want the effects. We want titles, something like this. So I can do a lot myself, but like if I wanted to start with something, I've been looking at this Clean and Simple. Clean and Simple seems pretty nice. It's, it's basically like that, clean and simple. So, you know, we can do a lot of stuff with just this. If I go to the animation area, so this is just kind of wild, but let's get rid of this guy. Let's make this bigger. So this is the like this is all that goes into seeing this happen up top here. So I can do stuff with this. But like if I wanted something more complex like this, you know, how to go about that. The problem with this one is there's no background, and I don't know how to like fix that yet using this, what it gives us. Because ideally, the background allows you to, like if I just started typing, see how the, actually, I guess it doesn't really do this. Ah, that's interesting. So I really might not, ooh, what would I want to do about that? Interesting. So there's this box, which you can see. I guess you can't see. Why can't you see that? I don't know. This isn't great content. I'm gonna have to learn how to actually manage this stuff, because ideally I want I would like, oh, what have I done here? How did I get rid of that? I'm quite confused. All right, so I would like, first of all, for the, I know how to do this. I know how to get the top one to come first before the bottom one. But really what I need is there to be a background to this. Because currently this is just white text and it'll just go over whatever I have. So actually I could just go to the, I can't just go to the media pool. We don't have any media. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, so if you find any ideas that you think is that would be really cool for the stuff that we do, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, what is this? This type of animation? If we can get this type of animation. Whoa! Oh my gosh. This is honestly way too... That's way too good. Like, that's actually excellent. This is a sick intro. That should be our intro. Oh, what's going on outside? I think that's just a car. Sometimes, like, literal drummer packs will walk up the street, which is kind of wild. Okay. While searching for Alex O'Connor's wrong thumbnails, I discovered that he had a talk with Alain de Botton, the School of Life guy. I think we might be on the right track. The School of Life guy. Oh. We're on the right. So, oh, did he already give a... Was this recent? And did he beat me to the punch is the other question.
It goes the other way, which is if you go to Courtauld galleries or something.
What do we got? Religion primary. What is the universal factor? This is a terrible addition to YouTube. I don't... Oh, there we go. Never mind. What are the universal factors that drive? Okay, they fixed that. Has a... It's accessibility to religious artifacts inappropriate. Oh, what is the point of philosophy?
I very much believe that the task of philosophy is to... philosophy is a way of thinking. It's a particular discipline of thinking. doesn't really define its subject matter. It's a way of thinking, and it's a way of thinking with a desperate search for precision, for nuance, for adventure.
Nuance.
And the topics which can lend themselves to philosophical inquiry are and should be far broader than those that the modern university allows for. It shouldn't be merely certain questions of epistemology or whatever. It should stretch, there should be a philosophy of everything. A philosophy of grass, a philosophy of shyness, a philosophy of despair, a philosophy of moustaches, a philosophy of
Yo, Jago.
everything.
What's good?
Everything that is part of the human realm should lend itself to a certain kind of philosophical inquiry.
I think given the abundance of PhDs and the need to do something unique, it won't be long before you do have theses on the philosophy of moustaches. But I suppose you don't mean literally in that in the university philosophy department, you have to offer a limited number of modules. And I understand the critique that we're spending too much time on metaphysics, epistemology, but we can't do everything. So would you be able to highlight like a particular area that's broad enough to be a module or a department within a sub-department in philosophy that you think is just being completely neglected by these academic types?
Look, I do think we should have a philosophy of love.
Right.
I think that's a very, it's a good area to settle on because that will bring you all sorts of things. The uses of the word love through history, fascinating, immediately gets you into Eastern and Western notions, fascinating Buddhist notions. You've then got the Greeks, the Romans, the Christians, on and on. It's a very, very rich vein. It'll get young people very interested because they're wrestling with these things. Every department should be offering courses on the philosophy of love.
Yeah, if I ever collaborate with Alex, he's definitely gonna outdress me for sure. Absolutely. All right. Do they have any animations in this? So what are they doing whenever these things happen?
Autonomy. A lot of people now think that atheism.
All right, so that's an animation. Not the best animation. I don't know if anyone ever does this. Starting in and going outward. Why would you do this? That's so tough to read. All right, well, we don't want this. This is not what we're looking for. But we could actually do something like that background. The issue is that
I think that
I was hoping to do something where the background was only as large as the text, which you can do. It's just tough. I have to actually figure out how to do that because maybe I can get that to work. He won't. I will make sure of it. Nice. Are you gonna like throw mustard on his fit before we start, or tough one? I feel like love is one of the few things we haven't intellectualized really hard yet. Yeah, I feel like people kind of just intuit it. And yeah, I sometimes think that people think that there's like one category of emotion that is love. Ivan is live. But I doubt that's actually the case. All right, let's keep this up. Let's keep it muted. Is this like a faux pas to just have someone stream on while we're streaming? Is that something people do? We're gonna dress you up. Nice. The Christians probably have one of the more advanced philosophies of love that I think I know. Yeah, I guess so. But the one of the issues about like the Christian way of talking about love is I feel like it's so ambiguous that people apply like Jesus loves you in like a very vague way that is very difficult to like ground. Just watching another person stream. I've been waiting for this guy for a while now because he only does Saturdays, and I wasn't here last Saturday. Okay, this is from that same video. Has Christianity gone too soft? Ooh. All right, let's go back here. Do we have any other? Oh, what's going on with this one? Oh, this is an animation.
Is we have two neurons that.
Oh, this is literal.
One of them will release
okay,
dopamine,
this is
one
him
of them will receive dopamine,
writing.
and they have dopamine.
How do you do
receptors,
this?
okay?
This is
So let's
incredible.
say we've got about 5 receptors, and we have a regular amount of dopamine transmission. Now, if I do a dopaminergic activity, like creating a lot more duck,
Okay.
then the dopamine.
And then this, okay, this animation is
do a
similarly
dopaminergic activity
simple.
like use
It's literally
TikTok,
just something
then
that's
the
static
dopaminergic-
and you have it just come up from nowhere. I could do that. I could just have something static, come down, come back up, probably at the top of the screen.
dump in the synapse increases. I start secreting a lot more dopamine. And then my receptors are fully saturated, so they get a big dopamine signal. And then we feel really great. This feels awesome. But our body does something that really, really is boring. So what we want to do is reverse this dopamine tolerance. Then what'll happen is we'll start to recruit this principle called dopaminergic flexibility.
Okay, we gotta find other video essays and just see what they do for text. I'm just curious what people are doing for text animations.
300 and
What does Alt-Shift-X do?
Dune is a movie and uses people's weakness.
It's all just
assassin who loves
yeah, it's all
torture
just
and poison.
static.
Peter is addicted to spice. And
Okay, it's coming. It's doing the same thing. It's just coming up. Maybe I just do that. Get a tablet. Yeah, I bet if I had a tablet, I would be able to get that animation pretty easily. I've also seen There's No Hate Like Christian Love. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
It's 23. Good to see you. Yes, I'm going to talk about the twin paradox.
The twin paradox.
I talked about it once or twice before, but I didn't do the math. Didn't do all the math last time.
Famous thought
I mean, I
experiment
haven't
in
done any
special
of the math on
relativity
screen.
that illustrates the
But,
effects
I'm
of
trying to
time
remember if I-
dilation, the phenomenon
when
where
I
time
first came
passes
up
at
with
different
my-
rates for observers in different states of
I'm gonna say
motion.
it's my way of looking
Nice.
at it. I probably got the
All right, unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be related to anything we ever need to do on the stream. So even though I did wait for this guy, I don't think we're going to be able to watch this. I don't think it's going to be relevant at all. But this is pretty cool. Imagine two identical twins. Twin A stays on Earth. Twin B travels into space at a speed close to the speed of light, then turns around and returns to Earth. When twin B comes back, they discover that less time has passed for them than for twin A. So this is just, that famous scene from Interstellar. At first glance, it seems symmetric. From twin A's point of view, twin B's clock runs slow because twin B is moving. But from twin B's point of view, twin A is the one moving, so shouldn't twin A's clock run slow too? This seems paradoxical. The resolution, the key is that the situation isn't symmetric. Twin A remains in an inertial frame, no acceleration. Twin B changes direction. They accelerate when turning around to come back. Wouldn't it be the case, though, that twin A is technically accelerating in relation to twin B? If we were going to consider that twin B was just stationary in the system. But this acceleration breaks the symmetry. Twin B's reference frame changes while twin A's does not. Because of that, the two twins experience different amounts of proper time. Mathematically, when you calculate the elapsed time using the Lorentz transformation from special relativity, twin B's path through space-time is shorter, meaning less time passes for them. Okay. I'm probably not going to go down that rabbit hole. And I'm going to have to cut off Ivan, even though this is very interesting stuff. He is a physicist. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It is really cool that he's doing this stuff. Maybe we just hop back and we check it out later on. Let's give him the view.
later in the book,
Okay, and then he's doing transition, like full scene transitions, which I don't think there's any reason why we would need to do that.
337.
What about this guy?
For online content,
This was a phenomenal video essay. But I'm guessing this is all static.
banks and built into this environment in 2009 arrived Bitcoin, an all-electronic turned into tokens and stored immutable and eternal on the chain. Through
this is
crypto
all
and the Ethereum
static,
virtual
just
machine,
appear.
They could bring all the benefits of Wall Street investors and Silicon Valley venture capitalists to the poorest people of the world, the unbanked and forgotten. This heady, high-minded philosophy is outlined in great detail in The Journalistic Abortion, The Infinite Machine, by failed journalist turned crypto shill Camila Russo. The book is
And is this all?
variations that our community will approve. Let's imagine there are 5,000 NFTits holders. There is a
conversation.
Okay.
Sam Harris.
All right, what do we got? What's going on here? This is like Hollow Knight launch. I'm tweaking. Keep in mind he is a physicist. Maybe if you sent him some stuff, he'd read it. I don't know if he'd be really interested in the scope of what we're doing. Like, obviously, there's stuff within it that he'd be interested in, but it is kind of a large-scoped exploration. And I mean, yeah, perhaps he would be interested. I mean, if I sent this to a lot of people, perhaps they would be interested. The question is, who ought we send this to that would have perhaps like a more specific interest or feedback that would be quite leverageable? Yeah, what to do? We could check out these other streams. Buddha After Dark. Okay. We got nothing. We've got a stoplight. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting. Does this mean that the stream is ending? Like it's about to go from yellow to red? And maybe the stream started with green? Or is this like we're taking a break? Maybe green was green before the stream starts, then yellow in between as breaks, red at the end of the stream? Maybe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is this from? Sam Harris is wrong with Professor Martin Rees. Nice. Are these actual thumbnails? Are you getting actual thumbnails, or are these just? All right, it's really that simple now. Worship me, Sam Harris. Oh, Satanist logic. Who's making this stuff? What do we got? Spirituality, lecture, podcast, motivation. We should do some motivation. Whole smorgasbord. Oh, is this all just Terence McKenna? Is this guy just playing Terence McKenna clips and not even reacting?
A resurgent vitalism and awareness of
Always on.
living vitality
Oh.
of form.
We should make our channel always on and just have stuff happening. All right, what do we got? Oh, nice. Yeah, we need a stretching arc. Absolutely. Studying philosophy, Hegel, working on an update. Mostly studying, editing videos, and writing video essays on Final Fantasy. Nice.
Moments before the disaster. I hope it doesn't crash.
Who are they?
It usually crashes. So
Who are they talking to?
try to put stuff on the hard drive, not away from hard drive, or from hard drive.
All right, I am intrigued, but I think we have to move along. What do we have here? Oh, this is what we were waiting for. We should have this running during our streams, honestly. We should just have like tropical sounds. Perhaps not from another stream, but from like YouTube. The McCormick Birdhouse is home to a variety of birds. You will see bird species that are from all over, from tropics to forests to wetlands. I wonder if this is a always live stream as well. Okay, I'm kind of aimless right now. I'm not sure what we should be doing here. This is interesting. I guess people are just kind of asking. He's running off the top of the dome. All right. I don't know. Maybe we just listen to this. I think this might be interesting. We are pretty concerned with the tension currently in our walkthrough. I mean, unless anyone has a topic that they want to go down. Just let it rip if you do.
Just a note to say that if you're hearing this, you're not currently on our subscribe. In with Amishi Jha. Amishi is a professor of psychology at the University of Miami, and she serves as the director of contemplative neuroscience for the Mindfulness Research and Practice Initiative, which she co-founded in 2010. She received her PhD from the University of California, Davis, and did postdoctoral training at the Brain Imaging and Analysis Center at Duke University. Amishi's work has been featured at NATO and the World Economic Forum and the Pentagon. She's been covered in the New York Times, NPR, Time Magazine, Forbes, etc. And her TED Talk, titled How to Tame Your Wandering Mind, has been viewed over 5 million times. And she's the author of the book, Peak Mind. We focus mostly on attention and the brain. We discuss how attention is studied, the failure of brain training games, the relationship between attention and awareness, mindfulness as an intrinsic mental...
Sean Groves clips. That's a good idea. Here we go. Okay, I'm guessing he mainly does these shorts.
One of the rarest fruits in the world. One of the rarest fruits in the world actually doesn't want to be eaten. Mangosteen only grows on certain parts of the planet, and every time humans tried to move it, it would always die. Mangosteen trees can only live in humid areas that never drop below a certain temperature, and the fruit typically starts to rot only days after it's been harvested, and it also really doesn't have viable seeds. That's why they could never really travel far on ships. European kings would send ships across oceans to find it, even offering rewards. They called it the most delicious fruit on Earth. But every time ships returned, the fruit would be melted away by the heat, so no royal really got to enjoy it. It tastes kind of like a peach strawberry, and it has these petals that tell you exactly how many sections of fruit are inside, which is pretty insane. One of the rarest fruits in the
That's even like a different. Is he wearing the same thing? That sounded like a different take entirely.
Which is pretty insane.
Mangosteen, yeah. What is going on here? And he's just got them. Like, he's just growing all of them.
One of the world's most useless crops that actually saved the world is the Osage orange. These things actually do look pretty cool. The only creatures on this planet that ate Osage oranges are actually all extinct. So they have something called megafaunal syndrome, meaning it's a plant that adapted to be eaten by animals that no longer roam this planet. So if you ever see one, odds are a human planted it. They're actually one of the few survivors of the Ice Age. And if they weren't, the world would look like an entirely different place. These trees are also really good windbreakers, so they played a big role in controlling the Dust Bowl. Before America had steel, these trees made the strongest bows in the world, so strong that they could pierce armor. That's why a single well-crafted bow could be traded for a horse and a blanket, which is pretty insane. One of the world's most useless... You may call me crazy, but if you were a woman, you were not allowed to eat this flower. Artichokes are one of the most feared crops in Europe. People believe that it can make women fall in and out of love, that it could ruin the virtues of even the most loyalist queen. When the Queen of France, Catherine de Medici, became obsessed with artichokes, everyone believed that she'd lost her morals to this very plant. They originated in the Mediterranean, where they were also known to spark desire in mostly women. In ancient Greece and Rome, women were usually restricted from eating them because men feared that their wives would become overly passionate and lose their morals, which is pretty insane. You may call me crazy. Most people don't know this, but humans were never supposed to eat pumpkins. Wild pumpkins were never...
That is a nice halberd. I know this guy. Anyway, Stan, check out the philosophy tag. Carefully. All right. Carefully. Is it scary over there right now? On Twitch. Isn't this on Twitch? Like, isn't this going to be the same crop? Can you imagine losing your morals to a plant? Maybe. I bet there's a plant that I've already lost my morals to. Bananas, honestly. Yeah, this stuff is it's so funny that like straight up royals can get duped by plants. Just straight up duped by a rumor.
Meant for the humans on this planet. They were extremely bitter and they were only really meant for the prehistoric animals like the woolly mammoth. But after humans hunted those creatures to extinction, pumpkins slowly started disappearing. It wasn't until ancient humans discovered that certain gourds were less bitter, so they selectively bred them to feed livestock and then eventually humans. Pumpkins were one of the first domesticated fruits in the Americas. They would travel from the Americas to almost every other part of the world, eventually becoming the American version of a jack-o'-lantern, which is pretty insane. Most people don't know.
Is he farther away from the mic whenever he does that? That sounds hella sus. Yeah, and like every single time he says it's really insane, it's always like farther away. Yeah, and yeah, this halberd is kind of nuts. When you explained it, I thought it would have been smaller than this, but this is a real deal axe he's got going on here.
Wild pumpkin. Most people don't know this.
Oh, what
but
is he
this
going to use
fruit
for this?
is the reason why your food doesn't taste like cardboard. Cayenne pepper was actually considered the poor man's pepper. When it first arrived in Europe, they were seen as an exotic fruit, and no one really knew how to cook with it. At the time, Europe was going through a spice shortage. Black pepper, cinnamon, and even cloves were being heavily taxed by the Turkish Empire. That's why black pepper was considered black gold. But when cayenne and other chili peppers arrived from the Americas, it grew much faster and it had better flavor. It became the spice of the poor. They'd use it to cook and as a preservative because they believed that cayenne kept food from spoiling and made bland meals bearable. Eventually, the wealthy caught on and they'd send explorers to find more. So what started as a weird tasting fruit became the world's culinary hero, which is pretty insane. Most people don't know this, but one of the oldest things you'll ever find in the garden actually survived nearly every extinctional event known to mankind. Ants were most likely the first known species to start farming. They grow something called fungi, and they harvest other creatures like aphids. They build these huge underground cities with fully functional ventilation systems. And to make it easier to transport
we got a
resources, they
non-fruit
dig out
video?
ant trails. They're basically highways. Every ant you've ever seen was actually born into a job. No first or second round interviews. How nice must that be? Builders, warriors, caretakers, even undertakers. Ants also really don't see the world as humans do because they communicate through smell. A single misplaced molecule can trigger panic, love, or even a war, which is pretty insane.
Pretty cool. Yeah, in that book I was talking about, he actually goes into insects, and like it almost seemed like he was just saying that insects have like such sophisticated like nervous systems that I could have sworn he like implied that they could be conscious in some sense, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with insects. They obviously have insanely intelligent social groups. That man has a weapon. Yeah. What am I doing with bananas? I'm eating them. I'm chopping them up and I'm eating them. Sometimes I'm putting them in smoothies. All right. Yeah, what should we be looking for on the philosophy section here? Oh, here we go. Discussion mind. This is great. This is good stuff. Oh, this is our boy. All right. Yeah. How frequently does he do specifically physics versus philosophy topics? We got Philosophy, random Christian, philosophy, chill. English studying, philosophy. Normal, oh, here we go, here we go. This is me. All right, jeez. Getting absolutely, played. This was the McKenna charity. I got excited about this guy already. Chill, philosophy, gaming, solo. English music, logic, philosophy, chill, coffee. This is the don't waste my time guy. What are we doing here, though? Wish to establish free and liberal organizations. My English is limited, but feel free to talk with all over the world people. Myself and my family were destroyed by the Unification Church, so I am tired every day. Wow. Yeesh. Okay. Politics, games, spirituality, meditation, philosophy, love, mystic. Okay. What are we doing here? Got an ad. A lot of I guess maybe not at all, but decent amount of like affiliate. Definitely up top here. Fitness, philosophy, workout, music, study, motivation, chill. Oh, this is what we want too. Ancient gym. How do I get out of the ad? Oh, 20. Yo, what is happening here? Yo, what? No way. What? This is the most incredible channel I've seen. So we've got philosophy quotes down here. At the same time, we got fitness. And we got fitness up here. But this is like a fitness. You get to do your workout here. And I'm guessing this goes on forever. And then we've got the song. This is it. This is what's... Oh my gosh, we got background runners too? This can just go on forever, right? Gymnasium. Gymmansion? I created this live stream in the spirit of the ancient Greek gymnasium. Hope you enjoy. Oh my, this is the best. I'm gonna follow this. This is incredible. I don't know what's up with Kenny, to be honest. I've seen him stream for long, long hours. I don't even know if he responds to chat. Which one was Kenny? I like the ancient Greece Agora theme going on. Yep. Does he respond? Does this streamer respond? Like here? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing no one's here. Oh, the Japanese man, Kenny. Oh, that's who... Okay, that's who that was. Oh, okay. Wait, what has happened here? Is the ad stopping when I'm going away? Oh, it probably is, right? Yeah. They know my techniques. Oh. And they give me another ad. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seemed like perhaps he would. Though I guess he's just jamming out to music. Also. All right, we should do more. research here. I'm giked. I'm giked up. Oh, there it is. Is that Freenos himself? All right, I don't think this is going anywhere. 3-day TwitchCon marathon, world peace, and money bags for all. Nice. Streaming together. Interesting. All right. Should I just not do something fancy? Like, if I make an animation that's nice-ish.
Would you feel life has cheated you? For most of us, these would all be normal reactions. But not
If
for
I make...
Zen-
Okay, there.
the father of
Oh, yeah.
Stoicism.
How does he do that? Actually, that's really easy. That's really easy to do. I kind of want to spend some time on a decent animation and then just use it for all of my video essay videos. Like, I don't have to do... It's like kind of what Dr. K has. It's like he only has to... Or he can do this... He could do the same thing for each one. I just want something that looks slightly nicer.
Most of the time, we end up trying to fulfill that emptiness with
What else did I want to do? Brainwashing situation. Oh, here we go.
So I like Stoicism a lot, and one of the things that I'll sometimes do is just go into the YouTube
So he's
search
got-
bar, type in Stoicism, and see what I get. And lately, a lot of the content that I've seen has
So
been
he's got
like
music in the
this.
background.
It's basically AI-generated musclemen
Does he have
trying to give you
music
motivational
for the
advice.
entire time?
And when I see that, I just think that doesn't look questions like what Aristotle, or the Epicureans, or the Cynics, or the different kinds of... Zeno eventually goes to Athens. He's looking interesting and related. I'm going to follow the example of those early Stoics. Now, the Stoic, like a technical term, and key point for Stoic physics are that everything that exists has a body, and bodies ignore something. Play his are infallible, acting in accordance with providence, like ethics is good to be his stuff, and said the up to us are. So there's a history of just taking the good parts of Stoicism and leave.
So, okay, this is a lot of music throughout, but sometimes it goes away. So perhaps I could do that type of thing as well. Question is, what type of music do we have going on for the entire time? I am making a video essay. It's going to be about, I think it's about 40 minutes. 40 minutes of me talking in front of a camera. I want to have some sort of music that keeps the pace up as I'm speaking somewhat slowly, given a complex topic matter. How should I go about finding free use music that lasts a decently long amount of time, that fits what I'm talking about, that is similar enough to... What am I trying to say here? Finding free music that lasts decently, that fits with what I'm talking about, and that can be strung together to fill up the entire video, perhaps except for certain important instances where I want the music to go away. And I'm not even going to do a question mark. Okay. I'm hyper focused on this video right now. The zoom ins also. I could do the zoom ins. Using background music effectively in a 40-minute video essay can help sustain pace and viewer engagement without distracting from the content. Here's a structured approach with tips plus pitfalls. Define what you really want musically. Clarify what you need musically so you can more quickly find appropriate tracks. Some things to decide. Mood, energy. Since you'll be slowly giving a complex topic, you may want something subtler, ambient, light, electronic, or minimal orchestral, rather than high action / epic. I think we would want just ambient. Pace tempo, a moderate tempo helps keep the listener engaged but not feel like background is racing the speech. The music should be present but not competing with your voice. Yep. For a 40-minute, you have 2 basic strategies. Use 1 or 2 tracks that are long so you don't have to change much, or build a playlist of shorter tracks stitched together, possibly changing moods slightly and fading out for key moments. Moments of silence, voice only. You noted perhaps except for certain points, but a good idea. You'll want to plan where you'll drop the music when you produce a major point, show a visualization, or want attention purely on voice and where it runs underneath. Find safe music. Right? Here are some good sources. The site Bensound. Bensound? Provides selection. For example, they have other free music for videos section where you can download tracks for YouTube or other video use. Site lists ambient or cinematic tracks, which, okay. Other libraries, a list of free tracks specifically labeled on Pixabay. We could just try Pixabay again. TubeZone audio library. Oh. YouTube audio library. Okay. This is good as well. Uh-oh. Okay, that's going to be very loud. It's going to be very loud. So this is a lot of stuff. Oh, 637. There's a new Seth Rogen movie that came out. Okay. We want nope. That's a bummer. We wanted the actor. How do we do movie? Movie. Was it this? Good Fortune? Oh yeah, I think it would have been. October 17th, yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying. Are you saying we should watch it on stream? Music. Ambient. do long? 22 minutes. Ambient. Oh, ambient. The ambient. This would not work. Alright, this is not where we want to go. We want music, music. We want ambient lo-fi. Kind of? I think I've used this, right? This is my go-to. These are not over. Maybe it's not lo-fi that we want? I don't know. What do people do in these videos? I think you need more classical piano type music for your video. Okay. Ambient classical? Can we do that? Is that a thing? Yo! Oh, Pachelbel's Canon? Yeah, I don't know what to, like, search for this. You're talking about the nature of reality, after all. True. It needs to be upbeat in some sense. Like, it needs to be bright. Apply. Come on, this isn't bright. Like, this is the... Maybe, like, relaxing. This is honestly really nice. Oh. This is a little too much, though. I think I want to download this regardless. The Heavenly Water Swan is alright. Maybe a picture like this. Is this a GIF? What is happening here? What is happening here? Neoplatonic sun. That's ironic. I'm not sure the context of the sun. Oh, this is great, right? This is what we need, this type of thing. When I start talking about the brain. This is a little too lit. We need calm. So okay, maybe we don't want ambient up here. Maybe we want ambient in here. Classical. Ambient bright. This is great. This is good for like the end when I'm like discussing practical stuff. This could work. Like that pad creates a tempo that is... It is faster than what I'm talking. So I'll get that one. Can I see the video script? Yes. Yes, you may. I need something for when I'm explaining panpsychism. And it can't be too uplifting, you know, I gotta... I should Tibetan journey bowls. It's not public, I don't think. Uh-oh. Is it really? Alright, what's going on here? Oh, it's restricted. Anyone with link. Does it work now, or do I need to copy a different link? No, it's the same link, so I think it should work now. Nice, 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 nice. All right, I don't know if this is very lovely. This is really nice. I'm gonna gank that. After show the hook clip directive, we need a drum hit to make it all dramatic. Yeah. I was thinking during it, right? Like, or like to start it off, like at the beginning of the very. This is the beginning of the video, right? That you're talking about. Yeah, like it needs to. It's like Hot Ones. Like every Hot Ones episode. Oh man. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
It's hot.
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need that
It's hot.
It's like a explosion just happened, but it's very much filtered. So we could probably just find like an explosion somewhere. Music, browse music. How about, okay, free use sound effects. Sound effects. Filtered explosion. Does this work? Underwater? That's good. Oh man. Like that, I could even make that a little more filtered and it wouldn't sound like an explosion. That's insane. Ooh, that's cool as well. Make it the most dramatic one. Yes, yes, the explosion. Which one was the like like that? Like straight on that. That's what we should do after he says something. The explosion one. He says it. Screen goes black. Dumb. Oh, you're saying dumb in bold letters. D-U-M-B. That's so cool. That's insane. We could do this while he's talking. It's a little intense. Is after you give your final take. Should just be a mic drop sound. Yikes. All right, what about like a transition? I'm gonna just keep doing filtered because filtered is pretty nice. That's really cool. We gotta gank that, use that somewhere. Oh, that's really great. That's good. These are very subtle. These are classics. We should just have them ready to go. I need to organize these. They're all in my downloads folder still. This is a little too common, I think. That's great. Yikes. This is nice. We could use this, honestly. This is great. Oh my gosh, I'm having too much fun. Oh, here we go. I have a sick idea. Pull up the Alex O'Connor video with Dr. K real quick. Find the part where he's talking about panpsychism. Which one? Which one? Man, I wish I just edited on this screen or on this computer, and then I'd be able to easily get the just have the video here. Which one are you looking for? Which specific instance? Are we talking this one, or are we talking when he actually starts getting into it? So there's a view I'm quite attracted to. Now go and find a buzzer sound. Oh no. What if I did filtered buzzer? Can I do that? What about a filtered buzzard? No, there's none of that. Okay, buzzer. One of these? That's what you're talking about? He's talking to hit the buzzer. Oh, that's nice. Oh. I'm gonna keep that. That's pretty cool.
Wrong. Wrong.
That's what I have. Yes, uh-huh. Could drop a beat on that one. This is pretty subtle. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too intense. Maybe I'll be intense for the beginning, but then I think I'm going to start off the video with the same song I usually do, which I do really like, which is... Does the document subscribe to the Sapir-Whorl hypothesis, or is it more modest? It's got to be a little louder about the relationship between consciousness and meaning. All right, this is a question where instead of me figuring out what that means, like I'm thinking intense start, make it seem like you know, I'm about to do some crazy stuff, and then just go right into a little chill vibe. Give panpsychism, you know, a nice walk out, and then we start playing some of the other cool songs for some of the other stuff. There's a really nice channel that I liked called Promethean Gnosis. His videos are quite good. This is here. Oh, not many videos, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch any of these right now. A little too political here. I guess maybe this one. All right, let's see what he's doing for...
The modern world, an apparition that symbolizes the spirit of our age. The specter may be deferred, but
so it's one of these types of videos where it's all B-roll.
Essential part of his being. Man's existence. Previously, man did not feel the need to their existence on man. Years, man has been busily engaged. The fact that God is no longer perceived as being capable of influencing events closes man off to the unconscious security.
All right, I'm going to put this on the subscription list. And just like that, he was gone. Wow, 6 years, 5 years, 5 years, 5 years. Poof, gone. Then comes back. Very interesting. Yeah, it is pretty nice to be able to not have to be in frame. then I'd be able to just like look at the script and read it like usual. Might be recommended more politically inspired historical content now that you're subscribed. Keep that in mind. Yeah, that's fine though. That's fine. Oh, but we got this. We got this. Music and video by me. Gacked. This is a vibe. What is this energy? What is this? Does he do one for each? Yo. Hitting you different since 2022. Beautiful. This is a phenomenal channel. We should be on this one as well. Wow. Also, I have a suggestion. Let it rip. Suggest away. What were these? Filter transition? What is this? Authentic only? Oh no, all content. I don't care. Hopefully people don't go after me, but was the other one authentic only? Cause that I don't mind as well. No, all content. Content type new. Yeah. Also, I have a suggestion. When reading the script goes slower, you can compare it to the usual tone and speed you speak at. The reason being is that usually slower speech is considered wise. The reason why I had originally thought that I wasn't going to put music into this thing, but then I did read it slow. Like, the whole thing's already filmed, and I felt like now it's too boring because I read it slow. But I think I read it, like, at the right pace where you can get what I'm trying to say. But I think we need music to give slight, like, more momentum. Like, we need something that's going to create a faster pace while I'm still speaking slowly. That said, I like there's a lot of content there in that document. I don't make it so that I'm looking at the camera the entire time. I'm kind of reading and looking up and doing stuff like that, which is not the best. Maybe one of these days. Maybe I should just get a whatever that thing's called. I don't know. Maybe we should wait until we actually earn the money for that one. I'm not sure. We went over this, right? The teleprompter. Yeah, like a $500 teleprompter. Whew. Does it come with the... It probably doesn't come with the actual camera, does it? This looks like it comes with a camera. The downside of a teleprompter, I'm actually not sure if teleprompters do this, but the downside that I see is that I lose the information in the document. So the fact that I bold things and I have italics, like, that helps me enunciate what I need to enunciate when I'm actually reading it. We also need a stylist rhetorician. to make the sentences more bombastic. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. Though, bombastic. What do we mean by bombastic here? Something pompous, high-sounding, and inflated, yet often okay, so maybe that's not the best word. But I think I know what you're trying to say, where right now it does read very academic, where we kind of want to read a little more compelling for a YouTube audience. I just don't want to dumb it down. Like, I want it to be just as educational and beneficial. Oh, this is a sad one. Meditation spiritual. That's what we should be looking for. Meditation. Oh, this is wild. Yeah. Ooh. This is very short. Dunes. I could probably do this. So I'm probably not going to have a bunch of different songs in this, but what I'll do is when I find a song, I will probably edit it so that it just sounds like it's longer than it is, and then I'll use that. Ward Farnsworth has a bunch of good books on things such as style and rhetoric. Oh man, this is what we really need to be getting into. The practicing Stoic. Okay, what do we need? We need the Socratic Method, a practitioner's handbook. We might want to just look into that later on, actually. But this is for the document, not for this. Not for like my benefit. And this is going to be part 2. This is going to be we don't have a good spot for this now, but I'm just going to put it in the logical reasoning, even though it's not that. Actually, I could just put this in the research. Necessary research, part 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. What do we want though? We want something for helping us now. The legal analysis, classical English rhetoric, English style. What do you think would be the way to go here? Or I feel like for these types of books, we could literally just ask ChatGPT. I am going to make video essays on YouTube. What can I learn from Ward Farnsworth on effective rhetoric. So unfortunately, I've already written that, and I've already filmed it, so this is going to be for the following, the next video essay we do, where we attack someone else. Style and rhetoric, they were taught for more than 1,000 years to the likes of senators, clergymen, etc. It's just philosophy. Most people are not good stylists nor rhetoricians, so they seldom notice. I did read A Sense of Style, and I do leverage tips from this book in my quote-unquote writing. So like when ChatGPT writes something for or Gemini writes something for either the document or these scripts, I'm taking notice of certain things that I did learn within this book. So this is The Thinking Person's Guide to Writing in the 21st Century. A lot of really effective tips here, and it's I guess the premise is we have to be pragmatic in writing. Like, people are going to be reading this and they're going to be inferring something, so the way that you structure your sentence, or the first thing that you say in a sentence, is going to grab someone or make their mind go to a certain thing. So you don't want to leave the real essence of your sentence to the end. You kind of want to let people know stop searching. What? Too many concurrent requests. All right, we gotta chill. We gotta chill out. Rules for writing. Let me just. What can I learn from that and George Orwell? Okay. Maybe. Excellent question. All right, I'm gonna let it cook. Did I already download Dunes? Yeah. This is great. A little bit uplifting though, but we can use this in the future. Also, there's a part in the script where you say, okay, let's first discuss the context here, why consciousness is so hard to pin down. If it was up to me, I'd probably make that a subtitle, or read a subtitle as why consciousness is so hard to pin down. I think you were going for a more informal approach, kind of like unsolicited advice compared to my formalism. Yeah, I kind of go in and out. It's certainly really academic sounding for a lot of it, but then I kind of hit him with something, pretty casual, so that they know that I'm not, just a weirdo. Not to say that academics aren't weirdos, but, I think people let their mind run. Yeah, I think that I do want to put I want to put quotes from what I say or topics from what I say up at the top. Like the thing that I think is unfortunate, or not unfortunate, but the thing that I don't think works about the way that Dr. K is doing his.
So think of it as like.
All right, let's go. The problem with what
Today,
Dr.
we're
K
gonna-
is doing here is that this competes with CC.
Is very simple. The more bored you are today,
Actually, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's like perfectly above the CC.
say now, which is the solution to this, is very simple. The more bored you are today, the less bored you will be.
Well, yeah, I guess only when this hides.
Is very simple. The more bored, how to feel less bored in your life, we're going to walk you through some neuroscience, okay? So there's one thing that I want to say now, which is the solution to this is very simple. The more bored you are today,
it's still pretty
the
jarring.
less bored you will be tomorrow. The less bored you are today, the more bored you will be tomorrow. And this mirrors completely with addiction. If we look at someone who's addicted to opioids, what happens?
This is your kind of style, yeah. What I just said, or what he's doing right now.
Has to happen. They actually have to withdraw. They have to experience.
You know what I did though? I need to change this, but I had my hands on my desk. I didn't do any. I need to be doing this stuff, but it is kind of weird because then I'd have to be back here to do it. I don't want to be like up close to the camera, but then also just using my hands like up at it. Like, I mean, I guess that's what Dr.
The
K's,
negative effects of
that's what
withdrawal
Dr.
for
K's
some
doing
amount
here.
of time, so their
But-
body kind of basically recalibrates to normal. And this is exactly
what I could
we
also
see
do is
with-
I could stand. I could set this to the standing desk and then do a standing type of thing. But I might be moving around a lot more than if I do that.
the dopamine as well in all these devices, is that the more bored you are willing to be today, the less bored you will be in the future. So let's dive into a bit of the neuroscience. The first thing that we're going to talk about is dopaminergic transmission at the synapse.
Okay. Extra dopamine. That's great. Oh, yeah. All right, now we need something for me reading this. Discouraging drive. All right, here we go. All right, these figures are two of the clearest thinkers on how to use language to move minds, and studying them together gives you both a philosophy of clarity and a toolkit for persuasion. Let's break down what you can learn from each and how to apply it to video essays specifically. Ward Farnsworth, rhetoric as strategic clarity. Farnsworth, especially in the practicing Stoic and classic English rhetoric. Treats rhetoric not as decoration, but as a discipline of clear and deliberate thinking. Key takeaways. Rhetoric is about judgment, not ornament. Argues that the best rhetoric reflects sound judgment. To persuade effectively, your form must serve your thought. In a video essay, this means build your argument like a proof. Each idea prepares the next. Don't chase eloquence. Pursue precision, rhythm, and memorable structure. Okay. We kind of do this. There's some times where it's like, okay, why are we going in this direction? But then we always make it come back. But use rhetorical figures to give shape to ideas, and antithesis, parallelism, chiasmos. A rhetorical or literary figure in which words, grammatical constructions, or concepts are repeated in reverse order in the same or a modified form. Okay, for example, oh no, this is going to be a longer example. Poetry is the record of the best and happiest moments of the happiest and best minds. What? Best and happiest moments of the happiest and best minds. Get out of here. Not to sound literary, but to make distinctions sharp. We praise honesty in others, but rarely reward it in ourselves. Symmetry serving insight. Classical techniques. Use contrast and cadence. Study how Farnsworth analyzes figures like antithesis, highlight conflict or irony, tricolon, build momentum through triads, anaphora or anaphora, repeat openings to create rhythm. These make ideas stick in spoken delivery, ideal for YouTube narration. Okay, Farnsworth emphasizes understatement and measured tone as ethical persuasion. In a world of hyperbole, calm confidence itself is rhetorical power. For a video essay, that means pacing, quiet authority, and avoiding moral posturing. Let your logic do the lifting. Okay, so we're good on that front. I don't know if we're good on this front. I'm not sure. I can't think about how we may or may not leverage these. I feel like we do triads. I think we do a lot of triads. I don't know. We don't do this. We don't use anaphoras. And we do usually conflict or irony. I feel like we do antithesis a lot, but I think that's because that's how like Gemini talks. That's how LLMs talk. No! Language has moral clarity. Orwell compliments Farnsworth by focusing on the ethics of expression. We're done. Do we not have anything? Oh my gosh, I gotta try again. Oh, this is fast. This is all too complicated. Here we go. Orwell's 6 rules from Politics and the English Language. Never use a metaphor, simile, or other figure of speech which you are used to seeing in print. Is this for speaking? I'm not a big fan of metaphors, actually. Metaphors are... actually, no, I shouldn't say that. In some instances, I am. My issue, though, is that metaphors often make things more difficult to understand. I think perhaps it's risky to use metaphors, especially in like debates, when now there's more ambiguity for the opponent to pull from. So whenever you use a metaphor, you have to explain what the... Actually, yeah, I'm thinking about analogies, but I guess a metaphor is pretty similar. You have to explain what the connection is, like what you're using or what you're trying to enunciate with the metaphor or analogy. Similes, similarly. Okay, never use a long word where a short one will do. Right. I mean, that makes sense. It's just usually long or sometimes long words can carry a slightly different meaning that you would definitely need, but that doesn't apply for this number 2 here. If it is possible to cut a word out, always cut it out. Yeah, this is one of the things that over the week as I was editing, I was just cutting things out that just were not necessary in my initial readings. Never use the passive where you could use the active. Now, I disagree with this one. Sometimes it's actually beneficial to use a passive voice. Funny enough, in my high school, which thank goodness they did this because I learned how to write pretty well in high school. There was a rule on our research paper where every single time we used passive voice, we lost a point. So actually it was that, and every single time we used the verb to be in any sense, like, yeah, wow, that's an insane rule. It's like, you know, they are that, or yeah, that was the rule, right? Anytime you say is, are, was, will be, we lost a point. It was insane. Like it just forced us to use, I guess, more precise language as to what we were trying to say. Never use a foreign phrase, a scientific word, or a jargon word if you can think of an everyday English equivalent. Yeah, we try to do this, but we are trying to also educate, so it's tough. It's tough. Wow, it gave you a score? I'm sorry. This was I was talking about in high school where my teacher would grade a paper, and the teacher would deduct points. Yeah. Now I really like the word to be though, so it's not like I kept that. I think that it's useful to do that. I think it's also useful to use passive voice in instances where it's effective. Break any of these rules sooner than say anything outright. Wait, what is this? Break any of these rules sooner than say anything outright barbarous. Okay. I hated English. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I think largely I hated English, but I was very happy that I had that skill by the time I got to college. So yeah, George, simplicity is persuasive. Never use a long word. Okay, so this is going to be talking about the same stuff. Oh, concrete imagery, because it's visually exact. Rather than saying decadent culture, he'd give you a smell, a sound, a scene. Video essays are visual storytelling. Learn from him how to make ideas seen, not just heard. When discussing an abstract point, pair it with a specific example or image clip. We try to do this. I probably don't do as much examples both in the document and in my script. Honest voice and moral purpose. Believed all good writing is driven by a sense of justice or truth-telling. So this is where we kind of we do carry this, where we are trying to make a specific point that is, you know, in some sense truth-telling, quote unquote. This gives essays gravity. Don't posture as a neutral explainer. Stand somewhere, but earn it through evidence and fairness. Nice. Okay, so I think we're good on that one. Style must serve truth. Use ornament with restraint. Passion channeled through clarity. Right for ear and eye. Right. Okay. I like this stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to go over during this stream. I haven't really prepared much. I'm gonna have to mess around with the zoom ins. That's the other thing I wrote down. B-roll transitioning and text, music and sound, and I think we've succeeded in getting a nice arsenal of sounds and music to leverage. So I think we're chilling. Does the ghost always go right to left? Oh, how do I get to my overlay? Ah, there we go. Ghost, ghost. Look out, a ghost. It kind of seems that way. What I could do... Rotation. Can I do a... no, that's rotate. Can I do a mirror? Because if I could do a mirror... then I could just have a second ghost that was mirrored. I don't know. I must say this, the notion that if left with infinite time, a bunch of monkeys or chips can write the entire work of Shakespeare is so stupid. I think, isn't the whole point of that though, that infinite time is infinite time, and like ants would write Shakespeare in theory? Like somehow? Like infinity is... Actually, you know what? Maybe not. Infinity doesn't mean that impossible things could happen. Yeah, I think you've already just won me over, though. Like, if you could point out that it would not be possible at all for some closed system, so we're not saying that, you know, the chimps are evolving at all. They're still not going to be able to use a tool, provided they're, you know, they're having their normal lifetimes and then dying. Then I think it's fine to say that they would never write Shakespeare. Yeah, I think that's completely valid. Yeah, you've persuaded me. I'm hooked. Just because chimps are like close to humans, you know, it doesn't mean that they necessarily will do it. Like if I said ants or if I said flies, like they're not going to write Shakespeare. So what's the difference between flies and something else, any other animal that can't do what's necessary to actually write Shakespeare, which chimps don't have what's necessary. So yeah. Oh, okay. If we give him a typewriter, then maybe we get Shakespeare in an infinite amount of time. Yeah, okay. I was thinking like if they had to write it like with a pen, like I don't think they ever get to do that. Like I don't think they ever write a single letter almost. But if they're given a typewriter, then yeah, you could just chalk it up to, I mean, you don't even need the chimp there. You could just say put a typewriter in the middle of the woods, and eventually an infinite amount of time, like some crazy sequence of events where like tree branches are falling on the typewriter, or I don't know, a squirrel comes up and like pecks at it. I was right, but if mathematicians were like Shakespeare, monkey, chimp physicists, they would say calculus doesn't exist. If mathematicians... I don't quite understand the take here. Shakespeare monkey chimp physicists, they would say calculus does not exist. Yeah, I wish the ghosts could go the other way. We could have upside down ghosts. That might be fun. Okay, that is pretty fun. All right, I'm going to then... Can I duplicate? And then this one needs to get rotated again. Okay. Position. Is the position random? I think the position was random. Who knows? Limits. Okay. All right, you know what? I guess I could mention. So interestingly enough, Twitch does offer all the, like, pretty much all the affiliate features for non-affiliates, but they just make it so that you can't take the money out until you become an affiliate, which I thought was pretty interesting. Like, apparently you can use the revenue you accrue on Twitch to buy gifts, subs, and bits, or save it. And then once you reach affiliate, you're ready for the payout. But I think just based on what we were saying last night, I don't think it's a smart thing for us to do that yet until we have more of a following. That said, also, I think yesterday was actually yesterday was quite poppin', so we are one away. The question is, once this is cleared, does it reset? Like, will it reset if I just keep going and not get it? Which I think is fine, but join the dual format beta. Stream in horizontal and vertical at the same time, so you can reach more. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, let's check out our boy. Did I not save that? Oh, I think it's still up, right? Yeah.
Let's say 4/5 the speed of light.
Oh, now he's getting into it.
And they are traveling to Alpha Centauri. It's 4 light years away. Because they're traveling at 4/5 the speed of light, it takes them 5 years to get to the nearest star. At which point they turn around and
Bro doing
fly
math.
back again. And of course, they fly back at the same speed, 4/5
I think
the speed
so.
of light.
Well,
it takes them
we knew it was going to
5
be
years
math
of
intensive
Earth
with the
time to make this
just the
round trip.
nature of this paradox.
But it seems like we can reverse the sense of which frame we're in. Like if instead we are in the ship's frame, it looks like. Sorry, before I get there, I should say that what relativity theory tells us is that from the Earth's perspective, the clocks on the ship are running slower, so that people on the ship experience only 3 years in their journey to Alpha Centauri. And 3 years on
How
the
is
way
he only
back.
getting to this right now? Didn't we isn't this the first thing that came up when we were talking about this topic? What can I say? It's true. I was there. Okay, yeah, so this is following what we saw. This is like a speed that's slightly less than the speed of light. But I think in the one that we saw, the person stayed on Earth, right? But in this one, I don't know if the speed is the same for this ship, actually. I'm not sure what the speed is here. No. Okay, no, I see what's going on. Never mind, I'm sorry. This is the same ship. This is twins on Earth, twins in this ship. This is the speed. It takes 3 years to get out, 3 years to get back in. But yeah, the clock that the person on the Earth would see. Yeah, okay. He's 23 views, so he must be doing something right. Yeah, probably being smart. That's what he's doing right. Probably being quite smart, honestly. All right, how did I lose all my... Oh. Does he... Intended for certain audiences? What is going on here? How do I get like a normal Twitch view? No. Okay. Oh, we're on mobile. What is going on here? There we go. There we go. Yep. I mean, also, he's got 600 followers, so that's also pretty incredible. Also, why are you on the mobile site? That was a good question. I don't know how I got to that mobile site. View chat is kind of sick. Yeah, it was kind of sick. It was kind of nice, but you do lose out on a ton of other stuff. All right, let's check back in on this. That's just incredible. An hour and a half. We are one of 7 followers. Okay, I think I might call it, and then I might go continue editing until I go to bed or until I read. Check out his other channel. Whose other channels? Does Ivan have other channels? The Agor guy. I'm sorry, this one? Rest. How do you see other channels? Like recommended channels? Would it? I'm guessing it would be here. Like. Oh, wait a second. Wait, live channels, recommended channels. That's recommended for me, though. Yeah, does it usually show the panels? Jesse? What are you doing, Jesse? The panels. The panels. Is this on screen? I might need help. Panels. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying YouTube channel. Check out the other channels. I see. TikTok, Art Station. So this is the same thing, just on YouTube. This is pretty nice. Wow. So, yeah, I'm guessing this is this pagan beats to work out to. Exercise timer, squats, set of 3. Very interesting. They keep trying something out, and then they kind of stop with it, and then they... Short compilation. What is going on? What is fueling this? I don't know. Oh, the double ghost. The double ghost. I think this guy is just showcasing his work. Or this is some weird experiment, and we've succeeded in the experiment. Jago, you've missed nothing. I've been captivated by this. It was a lot of prep for the video editing, so we were getting music and sounds. We've got a nice explosion sound that we're going to use for when Alex talks. We were considering maybe a buzzer sound. What's he saying about Buddha? I don't know. I imagine this is just like just a bunch of other clips. I don't think these are even his clips. Like, this is like... Wait. What? He's got a... When's... Yeah, these are just memes. Oh my gosh, these might be his memes. This is wild. Just 3 shorts at once, yeah. Insane behavior. Get an air horn like a rapper. Yeah, we should have the air horn. All right. I think I am going to call it though. I need to get back to work. I need to get this thing done. I thought I was going to be done by tomorrow morning, but it might take me a while. Gen Alpha philosophy student, Jim Bro attention span challenge final boss. Impossible. Agreed. Yeah, I'm excited for what these Gen Zers discover. Like, hopefully they're actually able to get something done in the philosophy development. 3 shorts and not a Subway Surfer in sight. Yeah, how crazy would it be if I just had Subway Surfer on during the Alex O'Connor video. All right. I might listen to more of these, honestly. Okay, on that note, I think we're gone. Oh, I need to figure out what to do with these potential tags. Do like 0.1 seconds Subway Surfer just a farm engagement in the comments. Yeah, I still want to have memes, but I've got to be careful not to do too many memes. because we're trying to attract the academically minded. You know, I don't want to scare anyone that is serious about this stuff off, but we also don't want only people that are too serious, only serious. So we have to keep a meme or two. Just what are we doing here? What's going on? Where are you finding this stuff?
على شاطئ المطبخ نظرت دجاجة مع عزيزة إني دقيقة لممرز يستوي.
All right. Dancing lizard, very nice. 200K views. That's how you make a viral video. Gonna lie, it's pretty good, yeah. Oh. More memes?
Bruh.
Yeah, that I don't think it would fit, or I don't think it would really work if like I literally had a clip of someone saying something and then I do a horn or a or a bruh. All right. I'm calling it. Oh, no, I'm not calling it. We got one more. Yeah, even though that is like a great sound, at this point it's just a meme. Make an Alex O'Connor bruh compilation.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Well, this is in response to this is in response to the Christian that was in the conversation. Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled by the Christians. They're gonna kick me out. All right. On that note, I gotta call it. Have a good rest of the night, everyone.